Hey, what's up, guys? So today is probably one of the saddest days this year for all bodybuilding fans, even competitors, to be honest. Well, maybe not for competitors. Probably for competitors, today is a very good day. But for all the fans, people really anticipating this year's Olympia, the competition, very sad news. Nick Walker is not going to be competing at this year's Olympia. The video was just released on his Instagram. He suffered a hamstring tear. And to be very honest, I don't know if you watched it or not, but it is one of the most heartbreaking videos you can see. It's the first time, personally, I ever see Nick Walker this vulnerable. It's funny because a lot of us had maybe Nick Walker third, fourth, but a couple of days ago on my Instagram, I do these questions and someone asked me, where do I have Nick Walker placing? And it was like this last minute instinct where I felt Nick Walker could have surprised everyone. And I think we could have seen a 1-2 between Derek and Nick Walker, like them two battling for the top spot, and it would have been close. Samson Dowda's great, shape is better than Nick Walker, but Nick Walker at the end of the day is bodybuilding size, and I think he would have been one of the most people conditioned in this year's Olympia. But it really sucks that we're not going to be able to see him. Personally, for me, suddenly the Olympia is that much less interesting this year. I think he would have been, like last year, Samson Dowda was the wild card. I think this year, Nick Walker would have been the wild card. I think he would have brought in a package that would have shocked everyone. His improvements were insane. The last video he posted with the thighs, those shawarma-looking thighs. But yeah, man, it really, really sucks. The Olympia's in like 2 weeks. So he made a statement about it today. He just had this tear a few days ago, just before he travels, or just before he gets to his hotel, because I know Nick Walker lives in Vegas anyway. But the Olympia is in Florida, so never mind. So yeah, so it happened in Vegas a few days before he travels there. They tried to do everything about it, but to no avail. I would have suggested, or I didn't though, but I wanted to comment on the post saying pull off a Dorian Yates. But I'm sure he did though. Knowing Nick Walker's mindset, I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of his. Big fan of his physique, big fan of his mentality and the mindset. I'm pretty sure he's probably done everything he could, and to see him in that kind of vulnerable state is gut wrenching, to be honest.
This was a very hard decision to make, because this prep was very smooth. It was very easy, to be honest.
I mean, there's not much more to add. I'm curious to know, where did you have Nick placing in this year's Olympia? Like I said, I had him first. I had Derek first, then maybe Hadi, Samson, and then him. But after seeing everyone's progress, I would have bet against Samson's conditioning. I think Hadi as well, seeing his latest pictures, I think he's putting way too much muscle on his frame. At a certain point, it just doesn't become appealing, or as appealing as it should be. Derek, of course, he's the favorite to win. But I think Nick Walker, with the improvements, the conditioning that he was going to bring, I had Nick Walker winning the Arnold Classic. My personal opinion, in the last Arnold Classic. And don't forget, like, this guy always predicted stuff that happened. He predicted he was gonna win New York Pro. He predicted he was going to win the Arnold Classic. He did both of these things, and he was really adamant about his stance in the Olympia on where he'd place, and he was sure. He even said in the video that he told his coach that this is gonna be it. This is the one.
I kept telling Matt every day, I'm gonna win your first one.
It's so, I don't want to sound selfish, but it is so shitty from a fan or spectator point of view, because like that would have been an interesting Olympia, and I'm almost 100% certain that he it would have been a 1-2. And I'm not saying Derek first and him second, just 1-2 between the two of them. So let me know in your comments, where do you think Nick Walker would have placed? Do you think it was the? I mean, I don't want to say. Do you think it was the right decision that he pulled out, given that it's 2 weeks? A hamstring tear is not like a tricep tear, and because that's what happened with Dorian Yates, right? And he just kind of pulled through. And don't forget, like his physique, Dorian's physique in '97 was like botched up. Nick's reasoning was, he didn't want to slip down in placing. I think that's a very valid reason. But I mean, with that said, what do you think? Do you think that he could have, worked through it? Do you think he should have just, come in whatever and just do the show? Personally, I support his decision. We always have that image on, you're as good as your last showing, right? And Nick's last showing was he was up there, top four, top, and I think we all had him predicted in the top three or top four this year. I had him top two, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think he should have continued? And where would you have placed Nick in this year's Olympia? Do you think he would have won it? Do you think he would have placed second to Derek, or do you even think he would have placed behind Samson? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time.